going everyone? Welcome back to another video. This video is going to be a little different from the videos that I usually make. As you may have guessed from the title, I am going to be explaining to you the best strategy to use in teamfight tactics. So basically, for this strategy, you're going to need ninjas and assassins. I've actually used this strategy in my last 8 games, 6 of which I won and the other 2 I lost just because I couldn't complete my team. So I'm going to break this strategy down for you so you can start winning games as well. So essentially, in the first roulette, there will always be a Z that you can acquire. And this is really good for you because the champion that you need compulsory is 1 Z. So basically, when the roulette happens, you're going to try to get that Z. So for this to work, you're going to need 8 champions in your squad. And the ones that you need compulsory are Zed, Akali, Kennen, and Shen. After these 4, I recommend that you get a Pyke, Kha'Zix, Evelynn, and Katarina. So as you can see from the roulette, I got a Zed. Once you put that particular Zed in the battle, he'll automatically get a ninja buff. This ninja buff occurs when you have at least 1 ninja or exactly 4 ninja champions in your match. If you're unlucky enough that somebody else takes the Zed, then I recommend that you take any champion that has a BF sword on him. If by chance there are no champions that have a BF sword on them, then you should get any assassin that you can at all. It's better if you get an assassin that I mentioned earlier in the video, but if those aren't available, then you can take any assassin that is available. And if you have no assassins available, then you can take any champion that you think has a good enough item for late game. So as you can see, when I put my Zed in battle, he immediately gets buffed from the ninja attribute. And if you don't know, the ninja attribute basically gives one ninja 40% increased attack damage. The trick about the ninja buff is that it only occurs when you have 1 ninja or 4 ninjas on your squad. So right now I have 1 ninja, which is Zed, so he will get 40% increased attack damage, and in his fight right now I just got a BF sword, which is one of the best items that you can get for this build. I recommend that whenever you get a chance at roulette, if you cannot find a champion that you really need, just go for a champion that has a BF sword on him, because BF swords are going to be crucial for your victory in this specific strategy. Another thing that you need to look at for this strategy is to save your gold. If you didn't know, the more gold you have in your bank, the more you'll actually receive. So basically, you're not going to use any of your gold on champions. You're not going to refresh or buy XP. So what you're gonna do is at the start of each round, you will see that at the bottom your characters that you can pick will keep changing randomly. If you're lucky enough to get an assassin from the 5 champions that you get to pick, you buy that assassin immediately. If you can get any more ninjas or assassins, you buy them immediately. Whether it's Kennen, Shen, or any of the ones that I mentioned earlier, you buy them. Prioritize ninjas over assassins. If you find them and don't have enough gold, you get the ninjas first and you get the assassins later on. And you don't particularly have to get the assassins that I've mentioned. I just mentioned them because they're good late game. You can even take Rengar or any other assassin that you want. So as you can see, I have Tear of the Goddess and the BF sword right now, but I'm not going to put that item on my Zed. This is because I want to get an Infinity Edge on that Zed. Infinity Edge is extremely important for this specific strategy. If you didn't know, you can make an Infinity Edge by combining 2 BF swords. And an Infinity Edge increases your crits by 100%, their attack damage by 100%. So it is a very good item to have, especially in this strategy. So as you might have noticed, I bought a Kha'Zix as soon as I got him in my shop. And just like that, you're gonna buy any assassins or ninjas that you see as soon as possible. If by chance you find a ninja, you're not gonna put him in the match. What you're gonna do is, just like how I did, you're gonna buy that ninja and you're just gonna keep it on the tiles. You're not gonna get it into the combat. This is a very important step because if you put another ninja along with Zed on the battlefield, Zed will lose the ninja buff. So what you're going to do, even in the start round stages against the enemy champions, you are not going to try to win. Now this may seem odd, but you're not going to try to spend money on just getting to win. In the first few stages, it actually isn't bad for you to lose. This is because you don't lose a lot of health in the starting rounds. Even if you lose all of the matches, you can hardly lose 20 HP. And the good thing about this is that if you keep losing, you will get first chance to pick a champion in the roulette, which is extremely good for you. So just as I had previously mentioned, you're not gonna spend your gold on anything. You're just gonna wait every round. You're gonna see if you get any assassins or any ninjas, and you're just gonna buy them and keep them out of the battlefield. If you by chance get any assassins, you want to put them in the battlefield as soon as possible. Whereas ninjas, you just want to keep them out of the battle. Just like I keep my Shen out of the battle, but put all of my assassins in the battle. So if you do not use your gold a lot and keep hoarding it, by the first 2 stages you can get to 40 to 50 gold easily. Another thing that you want to focus on is getting Kha'Zix and Zed early game if they appear in your shop. This is because both of them, you can easily get them and they're very cheap. And you can, as soon as you get level ups on them, you can start winning fights, and by winning fights you get extra gold for your streaks. So as you can see, I've put in 3 assassins on the battlefield, and basically what happens if you have 3 assassins on the battlefield, all of your assassins get 150% critical attack damage. So you get 150% critical attack damage, and that is what this strategy will revolve around, you getting those assassins and leveling them up. So as you can see, I have 3 different assassins on the battlefield right now, and that gives me 150% critical attack damage, which is extremely good for me. Now I'm buying all the assassins that I can, all of the ones that appear in the bottom. And you might have noticed that I haven't refreshed or bought any XP. And I recommend that you do not use your gold extravagantly for the first 2 stages at least. This way you can get a lot of gold, and then when you reroll you can get a lot of champions that you actually need. So in this roulette, the first thing that you want to keep your eyes on is a BF sword. Unluckily, I am going to get the last pick in this roulette because I have the most HP and somebody already took the BF blade. If someone already takes the BF blade, you're gonna try to get a ninja. So a ninja over here is Kennen. I really want that Kennen because she's extremely good for my team. And unfortunately somebody took the Kennen as well, so now I'm just going to try to get an item that I can. If somebody takes a ninja as well, you're gonna want to get an assassin. But there wasn't an assassin available for me right now, so I just took someone that gave me a good item. So you're not gonna spend all your gold on your team regardless of you're winning or you're losing, because in the start it doesn't matter if you win or lose. You can literally be down to 30 HP and still win the whole match. So as you can see, I'm on a win streak right now, and that grants me extra gold. You get extra gold for having interest and winning or losing. If you're in a winning streak you get gold, if you're in a losing streak you get gold. Now my Zed is level 2 and my Kha'Zix is level 2 as well, so my team is going really good for now. Another thing is that when you encounter Krugs, you want to make your team a little more powerful. This is because Krugs can easily kill you if you don't have the right characters. Now my Zed has a BF blade, and I really want to get another BF blade so I can give that to Zed and get an infinity edge. Just remember that if you get an infinity edge, you should only and only use it either on your Zed or your Akali. This is because once your team is finished up, Zed and Akali are the ones that will have the most damage due to the buffs. And for that exact reason, you should either give the infinity edge to the Akali or the Zed. It should preferably be the Akali, but the time you get an Akali it will be too late, so I say that you give it to your Zed always. As long as you don't fall below 40 HP, you should keep on hoarding your gold. Because no matter how behind you are in the game, if you hoard a lot of gold, you will ultimately get the best team. So in this roulette, I can see an Akali and a BF blade. Now if you get in a situation like this that you have an Akali and a BF blade, you should pick the Akali. This is because Akali is one of the most difficult champions that you will encounter in your strategy. You should get an Akali if you can from the roulette as soon as possible, Akali and a BF blade. Now if you get in a situation like this that you have an Akali and a BF blade, you should pick the Akali. This is because Akali is one of the most difficult champions that you will encounter in your strategy. You should get an Akali if you can from the roulette as soon as possible, and you should pick it over a BF blade. So now that I have this Akali and my squad has 6 people in it, I can put this Akali in and get the 6 buff from the assassin attribute. This is a huge buff for your team that will give you 350% critical attack damage rather than 150%. This will give your team a huge bonus and you will start winning every single one of your matches. Once you get a squad of 6 people and you have 6 assassins that you can put in, you should do that as soon as possible. Once you've done that, you should keep hoarding your gold, do not refresh. Look at the bottom and see all the people that you can find. Your main goal now should be to upgrade all your champions to level 2. The champions that you're using and are currently in battle, you should upgrade every single one of them to level 2. The only reason you have to hoard gold now is that you need to buy a ton of XP until your squad reaches the size of 8 champions. Once your squad has a champion size of 8, your strategy will be completed. You have to look your eye out for all ninja champions, which will be Shen, Kennen, and Akali. You want to buy these champions as soon as possible, and you want to buy every single assassin that you can. But don't refresh for these champions, especially in early game. Once you've hoarded 30, 40, or 50 gold, you can start using it to refresh or buy experience. This depends on your position in the match right now. If you're extremely low on HP, then you should use it on your refresh and upgrade all of your champions. If you're in a good state like me, you should use it to buy XP and get more champions on the board. Any defensive items such as giant's belts or armors you should use that on your Shen. The Shen will be more of a tank in your final build. Any ability power items you get, you should use that on your Kennen. You should use your BF swords on your Zed and your Akali. So for example, now that I'm in the late game and I have 8 champions on the board, what I should be looking to do is upgrade every single one of my champions. So I should be able to upgrade my Zed and Kha'Zix to level 3. This is because they are very common champions and you can easily upgrade them to level 3. All other champions that you have on the board, you want to get them at least to level 2. Then you should try to work, if you can, on getting any other one of your champions to level 3. If you get all 8 of the champions that I have mentioned, you will definitely almost 100% of the time win every single game. This matchup is extremely hard to win against, almost impossible. So to wrap it up, the key in getting this build is to hoard all of your gold in early game. Do not use it on refreshes or buying experience. Get all the assassins and ninjas that you can from the bottom once it is refreshed. In the roulettes, you should look to get ninja champions such as Akali, or you should get a BF sword. If none of them are available, then you should get an assassin champion, preferably one that you already have so that you can level him up. Once you're in the mid game, you should try to get all your champions that you currently have on the board to level 2. Then, once all of them are level 2, you want to hoard your gold as much as possible so you can make your squad size go up to 8. Once your squad size is up to 8, you want to place in a Shen, a Kennen, and Akali, a Zed. After this, you can pick any assassins that you want, but I recommend that you get a Kha'Zix, a Pyke, a Katarina, and an Evelyn. This is because these assassins are widely available and you can easily upgrade them, especially Kha'Zix. Any item such as the BF sword, you should save it up and use it on your Zed or Akali. This is because on top of the 350% attack that you will get from the assassin, Zed and Akali will get an additional 80% attack damage due to the ninja buff. And then once you give them the Infinity Blade, they'll get 100% more, so it is definitely more worth to give a Zed or an Akali the Infinity Blade. Once you're in the late game and you have everything set up, you're gonna try to get your Zed, Akali, or Kha'Zix and Pyke. You're gonna try to get as much of your champions as you can to level 3. And it is as simple as that. If you follow this strategy correctly, you will win almost every single game that you play. Thank you for watching this video. If you found this strategy to be helpful, please leave a like on the video and have a good day.